The genesis for the new European Bauhaus is the European Green Deal. The Green Deal is the initiative that aims to make Europe climate neutral by 2050, as you all know, and it was launched by the end of 2019 by the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. The Green Deal is mainly about setting up the regulatory frame for the green transition, but if we want to ensure the support of people, it's crucial to involve them and reflect their identities into that. Let's be honest, it's clear that not many citizens feel concerned or are aware of EU legislation. So the idea behind the new European Bauhaus, it was to make the Green Deal more concrete and more tangible for citizens of Europe. President von der Leyen often refers to the new European Bauhaus as being the soul of the Green Deal. So this is what it's connected with. Its aim is to show the people the benefits of the green and digital transition in their daily lives and to ensure that this transition takes people into consideration. So it's mainly about people. Can we go to slide 2, please? This is slide 3.
Do you need the...
This is 3.
Okay. Sorry. This is the second one.
Yeah, that's the second one. Thank you. So it was the NEB, now I will call it NEB from now on. It was launched in 2021 as a bottom-up initiative. This is another thing which is very important. It's bottom-up initiative. It means that there was first a phase of co-creation, which defined the frame and other elements of the new European Bauhaus. And the European Commission received almost 2,000 individual and collective contributions from all over Europe. So based on this, the 3 core values were defined as sustainability, which refers to climate, biodiversity, circularity, and zero pollution. Inclusion, which refers to valorizing diversity, equality for all, accessibility and affordability. And beauty, not aesthetics. They use the word aesthetics so people can understand better, but beauty is different. Refers to the quality of experience and style, going beyond functionality. Bauhaus is about functionality. The beauty in European Bauhaus goes beyond functionality. They also were defined 3 working principles for NEB. Participatory process, which means to listen to and work together with the stakeholders on the ground and to involve civil society and people of all ages and in all their diversity in the development, implementation and evaluation of activities, actions and policies. The second working principle is multi-level engagement. Refers to the transformation approach from global to local and emphasizes a place-based approach that projects and actions should follow. And the third working principle is transdisciplinary approach. Is about bringing silos between viewpoints and professions. Culture and technology, innovation and design, engineering, craft, the arts and science working hand in hand have the power to create a better tomorrow. New European Bauhaus projects, measures and initiatives have to apply these 3 values and the 3 working principles together to be described as following or implementing NEB, New European Bauhaus. Now the third slide, please. NEB aims to make the European Green Deal tangible by adding a cultural dimension to its economic and technological aspects, turning it into an inclusive experience for all Europeans. If we are to meet the goals of the European Green Deal, we need a collective change in thinking and behavior. Above all, New European Bauhaus is about a change of thinking and our behavior, framed by an overarching common narrative. We need a tangible transformation of our economy and society, and a debate about how we want to live in respect of nature and the planet. The green and digital transition affect every aspect of people's life. We need to take into account their impact on communities and their way of life. We need to make everyone be part of the change, making change beautiful, useful, meaningful. We need to stimulate hope, creativity, and innovation to address the climate crisis and navigate the digital transition. It's also the digital transition we are facing, not just the crisis of climate. The stakeholders are united in their actions by one goal: to bring the European Green Deal closer to the people, to reduce CO2 emissions, especially from the built environment, and to bring people together, from technology to culture, from art to research, from industry to community. The next one, please. Now, how do we deliver the NEB? By co-creating with an active NEB community, by supporting bottom-up initiatives and funding projects, by developing standards and guidelines, I'm going to talk about that later, and by integrating NEB objectives in EU programs and policies like in Horizon within the European Commission, and also by increasing awareness and mobilization, which is something that seminars like that do. The next one, please. And also by co-creating with the NEB community. As mentioned, the New European Bauhaus is a bottom-up movement, so we involve people, organizations, and other stakeholders as much as possible in this initiative. The community is a crucial partner in developing and advancing the initiative. First, it plays an important role in disseminating the New European Bauhaus and its values and principles. But more than that, the idea behind this community is to bring together actors from various sectors, such as culture, education, architecture, heritage, forestry, construction and housing, or even fashion, among many other fields. It is about sharing knowledge, best practices and experiences, learning from each other and combining efforts in order to develop solutions together. At the moment, we have more than 1,200 community members, and any organization can apply to become a member of the NEB community. The next one, please. So we deliver also NEB by supporting bottom-up initiatives and funding projects. The New European Bauhaus projects represent an important strand of work because they allow to make the NEB real on the ground. So far, between 2021 and 2024, the European Union has spent around 400 million euros in NEB projects. The next one, please. We also have the NEB Lab. The next one, please. The NEB Lab is the think and do tank of the NEB initiative to co-create, prototype, and test the tools, solutions, and policy actions that will facilitate the desired transformations on the ground. It is a project-based structure where teams from the community of the European Commission self-organize to co-create, prototype, and test the tools, as I said. For instance, the NEB Go South, which you can see here up on the right, connects 6 South European countries which have joined forces to reflect about and improve education through architecture. The next one, please. We also deliver NEB by integrating NEB objectives in EU programs and policies, and also within the European Commission. This is by funding NEB projects, and as I have just explained, but not only, it is also about embedding the NEB values in strategic and policy documents. This is the effort. This is what we are trying to do, to have, like in the architectural policy document of each country, to embed the values of NEB. Now, in research, recently, research and innovation has been funded by Horizon Europe for NEB projects with 120 million euros per year for the period 2025-2027. And it will cover research, implementation, and demonstration of projects. The next one, please. As also we deliver NEB, as I said, as part of a NEB lab, one led by the Commission, is looking particularly at developing tools and standards to characterize and recognize what makes concrete initiatives new European Bauhaus. So the new European Bauhaus Compass defines the 3 core values and the 3 working principles of the initiative, and traces possible paths for a project to become truly NEB. It can be used to guide different projects, buildings, products, services, education models, etc. It guides decision and project makers wishing to apply for the NEB principles and criteria to their activities. The next one, please. Apart from the NEB criteria or values and principles, we have incorporated the 8 Davos Baukultur principles. Now, this is Baukultur. It's not Bauhaus. It's Baukultur, and it has preceded NEB in a way. It's 2018 that it was signed. The Davos Baukultur principles, they are 8 of them, and there is an effort to combine them and combine them with the values of NEB. They have many aspects in common, and it would be interesting to explore how to get a better integration of the 2 narratives, connect them in a clearer way, and wish to have one joint tool that everybody can use. So the 8 Davos criteria, which is governance, functionality, environment, economy, and in this text, which you will find in the guidelines, you will see how this can be connected. The next one, please. Diversity, context, sense of place, and beauty. And they have been formed before NEB. So they are very, very close and very connected with the NEB criteria. And because the Davos is addressing not just Europe, but it's more global, that's why there is an effort to work together. Next one, please. Now, what is the NEB Compass? It's a guiding framework for decision and project makers who wish to apply for the NEB principles. That's why I have this text here, in order, because it's for people for everyone, for organizations that they want to apply. And the Compass proposes directions for the development of any type of NEB project. And the NEB Compass is not an assessment tool. It's not going to be used to assess you, but it's defining and exemplifying the NEB values and the working principles, and it rather lays the foundation for future detailed and specific assessment tools. Now, how it does work, you will find out. I don't want to waste more time on that, but it's very interesting because it has presents 3 levels of ambitions for its NEB value and for its working principle. And there is a short text, we will see it later a bit, but you can work with that, you can find it on the site, and it's very easy to work with. I mean, the next one. On top of this October, the European Commission has launched these investment guidelines. And there is a certain structure within the text. It's a bit long, this text, 180 pages, but it's very useful and very clear when you go through it. And it also combines information and ways of working and principles of Compass. The next one. The next. Like, for instance, here you have the ambition. For instance, the ambition 1, ambition 2, and ambition 3 for each of the values. And then next you have the investment perspective. For instance, for beautiful, ambition 1 and to activate physical and mental well-being, senses and emotions on top of needs, cultural, social and natural qualities of a place, experiences, awareness of place and heritage. It's not just a place, it's heritage as well, and its own aesthetics. And investment perspective, from an investment perspective, this ambition calls for non-standard approaches, tailored design and solutions, deep integration of the project with its context as it is now and as it historically was. This is very interesting. The investor is required to follow a holistic approach and involve in deep analysis, reflection and absorption of all characteristics of the place when preparing and implementing the project. Just to give you an example. The next one, please. So we also deliver NEB by increasing awareness and mobilization. As I said, this is to bring together the NEB community to demonstrate that a more sustainable, beautiful and inclusive future is at reach if we build on our strongest assets, namely our natural, like biomass, minerals, land, water, air, and social, creativity, skills, innovative thinking, and solidarity. These are the resources we should use, and to showcase regenerative and circular approaches to construction and architecture, shedding light on new design processes and the innovative use of bio-based materials. The next one, please. So the most visible element we have so far is the prices, the NEB prices, and they take place every year. Some very interesting proposals and projects have got these prizes, and it's very interesting to go into the site and go through to see what it is. It's on all fields, crafts, architecture, and everything. Next one, please. Now, how can you join the movement? There is a call for partners open to non-for-profit organizations, NGOs and universities. There is a call for friends. There is, you can join the NEB Lab, and I suggest strongly that you will do that. And there's opportunities for networking and engaging in discussions and peer learning activities, like we do now, but you can do it through the site as well. And municipalities and businesses can serve, as they do here, as hosts and sponsors for NEB Lab activities. So be part of the NEB community. The next one, please. And I will close with, of course, the European Green Deal, because this is what we are aiming. NEB aims to make the new European Green Deal tangible by adding a cultural dimension to its economic and technological aspects. This is the difference, to add a cultural dimension to its economic and technological aspects, turning it into an inclusive experience for all Europeans. So we need a collective change of thinking and behavior. We need tangible transformation of our economy and society, and a debate about how we want to live in respect of nature and the planet. The green and digital transition affect every aspect of people's life. We need to take into account their impact on communities and their way of life. We need to make everyone be part of the change, making change beautiful, useful, meaningful, and attractive. We need to stimulate, as I said before, hope, creativity and innovation to address the climate crisis and to navigate the digital transition. There are two poles in that. Now, I will close with the words. That's why Ursula von der Leyen repeatedly has mentioned that if the European Green Deal has a soul, then it is the new European Bauhaus, which has led to an explosion of creativity across our union. And the next one, I give you the links to the web, Instagram, LinkedIn, and newsletter, and you can receive the newsletter. Many of you must receive it already. I sent it. And with that, I will complete my presentation. The next one, thank you very much for your attention.